What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. Now, I don't want to get you guys excited, all right? So I apologize for even making this video, all right? I don't want you guys to get excited. But, you know, we ain't seen the president in like 7 days. Been about 7, 8 days since he's actually appeared in public. And there's been rumors that, you know, he been having some issues. The rumor is he done had a little stroke. Now, how many? I mean, let's just. How many 79-year-olds do you know? Now, how many 300+ pound 79-year-olds do you know? Now, I understand evil makes people last long. You know, evil people seem to live forever, right? But I mean, usually them evil people are at least a little skinny. I mean, he's 300 pounds. I ain't seen too many 300 plus 78 going on. I mean, 79 going on 80. You know, June 14th is his 80th birthday. And, you know, there's a good chance. I mean, I'm not trying to get y'all hopes up, but there's a good chance he might not make it to his own birthday party. And that is, yes, that is wishful thinking, right? Well, I think we all think that this guy's had enough time on this planet doing the things he's been doing, getting away with all the things he's been getting away with. I think he done enjoyed himself quite a bit, and I think it's about time for him to go have his life review and figure out he ain't shit and come do this shit all over again as a fucking squirrel. All right, he needs to come back as a goddamn, no, he needs to come back as a chicken. All right, a goddamn a meat chicken. Trump need to come back as a fucking meat chicken. I say now. All right, one of them motherfuckers. All right, yeah, but anyway. Yeah, we ain't seen homie. And like I remember when we ain't seen Benjamin Netanyahu, we got all excited thinking, you know, that was it for him, and he fucking showed up. And more than likely, the way life goes, he'll probably show up. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm pretty sure, you know, he goes to Bethesda Naval. My grandma used to go to Bethesda Naval. That is a top. He just so happened to be in an area with the top hospitals, you know, and you know they got all kind of shit. All right, they can keep people alive. They probably should not be alive, but somehow they can keep them alive. And you know, you're the president, so you're getting the top. You're getting you can't get no better hospital, you know, healthcare service than him. You know, even though he is completely and totally out of shape, and everybody lies for him about his health, but we can see it, right? Like, I know there are stupid people in the world, but we ain't that damn stupid to think that, you know, Donald Trump said he was 200. What did he say? He's 220 pounds? Yeah, okay, 200 pounds what? On what planet? Not this one. Not with this gravity we got here. All right, but anyway, yeah, let's you have to wait and see if this man pops up. You know, hopefully, you know. But it's not like he's necessary. It's not like he's been running the country anyway. Only thing he's been doing is doing the construction work that he knows, like the limited things he knows how to do or thinks he knows how to do, but also failed his entire life to do. The people who are really running shit, they're letting him do all that while they actually run the country and run America's foreign policy on behalf of Israel. So if he dies, that will mess up their shit, right? Because then they have to follow procedure, right? And somebody else will have to get elected, and they gotta re-bribe people, and then, you know, they gotta do all kind of shit, right? So I think it behooves the evil people that behind the closed doors to, you know, hey, if they can get away with it, they would not show Trump for the remainder of the three years he got left. Damn, it's only been like a year, bro. Shit, you know. But they damn well would hide. They will hide Trump's death for as long as they possibly could, so they can continue to get their greater Israel agendas done, and so corporations can continue to compete on the world stage like China, because they don't have any regulation with a competent government that's a representative of the people. They don't care about, you know, all that shit, like, you know, in the environment and all that crap. They don't care about none of that shit, right? So they're gonna get theirs while they can get theirs. So I wouldn't be surprised we don't hear from them for a while. And if we do, it's going to be limited. Think about how limited we've seen him so far, right? They put him in a chair. He sits there. He can barely stand. When he stands, he's leaning because he can't hold himself up, you know. And you know he wears a diaper, right? That's why they say he stink, because he wears a diaper, because he can't control his bowels. That's why everybody who stands next to him say he smells like shit, because it's literal Trump shit that's just pooling on his man diaper. That's why he wears suits so big. You would think a guy who's a billionaire would have better fitting suits, right? But he couldn't, because then if he had a fitted suit, you'd see that diaper. So you got to wear the long, you know, coat top to cover up that diaper print. You got to wear the big old baggy pants, cover up that big ass diaper he got on. got to be a fucking 4X. All right, got to be a 4X diaper because he got a donk. Trump got a donk. All right, that motherfucker. He carries a lot of weight in his hips. All right, so you know the diaper is thick, triple X. You know that joint absorbs everything. So yeah, we ain't seen him for a while. So we can be hopeful, but y'all know that motherfucker probably alive somewhere. He might have had a stroke, right? He might not be, cognitively aware, but I mean, how long? I mean, when has he been cognitively aware anyway? I mean, a feeble, vegetated state Donald Trump and an alive moving around Donald Trump, same shit, right? Same shit. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Y'all president there. It's been 7 days since anybody seen him. He ain't showed his face since he came back from his third checkup in 13 months at Walter Reed. Come on, sip a little tea with Auntie. Let's talk about it. Y'all know since Caroline Leavitt was out on maternity leave, Donald Trump was supposed to take her spot, do her job while she's gone. Ain't nobody seen him. He done put somebody else on that podium to do the talking. Not to mention they did a pre-recorded video of him for 60 seconds, y'all. When I tell you, this eye right here, y'all know I'm gonna put it right here. This eye like this, and this one here kind of puffy too. Swollen eyes, face look all like something ain't right. Y'all know the picture gonna be posted all through this video, so don't worry, you gonna see it, y'all. But where's Donald Trump? 7 straight days without his face being in the limelight. The last picture of him returning back to the White House in the backseat of the car, y'all seen the picture of him. If not, you could just type it in and search it up and look at it. He just looking like he lost in the sauce, staring out somewhere, y'all. Then when he come back, this eye real swole. This one here kind of puffy too. He looks swollen in mine. I know, lack of sleep for me, y'all. That's why mine is like that. I've been tossing and turning. Maybe me and Donald been doing the same thing, y'all. But he ain't been seen in 7 days since he came back to Walter Reed. Y'all sure there was just the third annual checkup in 13 months, or was it something else? I mean, hey, let's state the obvious, y'all. The man will be 80 years old in not even a couple weeks, y'all, a little over a week and something. On the 14th, he will turn 80 years old, so he's getting up in age, y'all. Where is Donald Trump? That's the question. Comment down below where y'all think he is. Bye, y'all.
Is Donald Trump alive right now? I don't think I'm asking the question literally. I mean, he probably is. But where is Trump? Donald Trump has not been seen publicly for 3 days on video since that disaster cabinet meeting from Tuesday. I put out a tweet. I put out a a Blue Sky post, a Substack note earlier saying, has anyone seen Donald Trump on video over the last 3 days? I looked through all of the replies and there is no video of Donald Trump from the last 3 days. The White House put out a tweet with a picture of Trump in the Oval Office because of some new knick-knack or tchotchke that they have in there. But of course, that picture could be from any time. Donald Trump's Truth Social account put out a couple of posts. Of course, these could have been written by anybody. And at least one of them strangely uses the M dash, typically associated with ChatGPT writing. Another one uses the word literally, not something that Donald Trump does in his Truth Social posts. And then we have news of the temporary flight restriction known as a TFR. Donald Trump was scheduled to fly to New Jersey tonight to deliver some remarks. A TFR was filed with air traffic control, and then the TFR was canceled, which suggests that Donald Trump is not going, even though nothing publicly as of this moment has been said as to why he's not going or why this has been canceled.
So Trump has not been seen in public for 7 days, and everyone is starting to freak out about it. They're all starting to think that maybe there's bigger health concerns with him after he had his perfect physical at Walter Reed. But I don't know if I believe any of the conspiracies. I don't believe that it happened. But at the same time, it is pretty crazy because we used to live in a world where if we didn't hear from the president for like 7 days or see them, we would be like, lives just go on. But one, because we have no age restrictions for people that are president. Biden was the same thing. He was way too old. Two, everyone is like just having to wonder about the president's health because they continue to like hide things and just not be totally truthful about the president's health. We used to live in a world where if you didn't hear from the president for 7 days, your life just continued and you didn't think that something terrible happened or that people were lying to you about the president's health. And what a time to be alive today.
Where is Donald Trump? Donald Trump has not held a public event in more than a week. We've had some taped interviews released, but that's been it. We've not seen Donald Trump in public since he went to Walter Reed a week ago. Donald, are you okay? Because there's all this swelling on your face under your eye. We have seen where your feet were swollen, etc. We've seen all those blemishes and those swelling on your hands. What's up with this? Are they hiding Donald Trump's true health from us? It certainly appears so because he's not been seen in public. And we know Donald Trump loves to be seen in public. So what's up with this? What do you think? I know what I think. I think they're hiding it like those Epstein files. You know, those that they promised to release. Well, they're hiding Donald Trump, it seems like right now, just like they are with them. Not been in public at all. No press conferences. No anything. Donald, where are you? I smell a rat. Do you all smell a rat? Don't tell me they always tell us the truth. No more wars, right. I'm going to lower gas prices my first day to $1.99, right. I'm going to help you make groceries more affordable, right. I don't believe a word he says. Where is Donald Trump? Why are they hiding Donald Trump? What do you think? To be the Epstein files was the most difficult thing to find in Washington, but right now it seems to be it's Donald Trump. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my cuckoos, my crazies, and my burned out light bulbs.
So where is Donnie Dumperpants? You may not have realized it, but nobody's seen him out at a public anything for a week. You've seen pre-taped interviews, stuff like that, but no actual Trump. Ever since he went to Walter Reed, he seems to have gone missing. There was one video when he was on his way to his golf course and someone got a shot, and he looks bad, like real bad. His eyes are swollen. My eyes are swollen. I never sleep. But he's looking extremely unhealthy. I don't even think they put his spray tan on for him. But for someone who's completely obsessed with being seen and heard by the public 24 hours a day, it seems kind of strange that Donnie Dumperpants would suddenly disappear for a week. You know what I'm saying? Everything we've seen has been pre-taped and pre-scheduled, and nobody knows what he's actually up to anymore.
So apparently it's been 6 days since the President of the United States held a public event. 6 days is a long time to be out of the public purview for a narcissist like Donald Trump. He craves the attention. He loves being in front of cameras. So what is he doing? What's going on? Well, Internet, we've seen this film before and we did not like the ending. So I'm just here to publicly declare, on behalf of the entire world, please do not notify us when it's been 3 days, or 4 days, or 6 days since Donald Trump has been seen. Please notify us when it's been infinite days. When it's been never again days. Do you understand what I'm getting at here? It needs to be incalculable days. It needs to be divided by 0 days. It needs to be impossible days. It needs to be black hole days. It needs to be edges of the universe days. It needs to be infinity times infinity days. You are not to notify us until that set of criteria is met.
The President of the United States is missing right now. He hasn't been seen in around a week, and the White House has provided no explanation. Trump has no public events on his schedule again today. The last time he was seen publicly for something other than a pre-taped Fox News interview was 6 days ago on Wednesday, May 27th, for his cabinet meeting. And this was the day after he went to Walter Reed Hospital for his 3rd hospital visit in 13 months. Now, he was also briefly seen on May 31st, leaving the White House to go to his Virginia Golf Club, but that's about it. I will say when he was leaving, a photographer caught an image of him in the car, and he just looked like crap. I mean, he looks dazed, confused, completely out of it. That's what this image is. And of course, the White House didn't want you to see it. Now, he's been incredibly active on social media, as we've talked about, but 6 days? 6 days and no camera appearance, which is like Trump's favorite thing to do, that I think warrants some questions. Of course, the White House is not going to answer them, but we will keep asking them.
Secretary Rubio, have you been at more than one meeting where President Trump has fallen asleep?
That's false. That's false. I've never seen him fall asleep. On the contrary, the guy doesn't sleep, which is a big problem because he calls me at 2 in the morning. He calls me at 5 in the morning. And, you know, I like to sleep a little bit, maybe not 12 hours, but at least 6. So he works. The other day he was at the Oval Office until 12:30 p.m. 12:30 a.m. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to show you in a moment a video that shows you just lied to Congress.
Oh, okay.
So this is a video of a cabinet meeting literally from last month where Donald Trump is sleeping while you are talking. Please show this video.
Coalition of countries that line up behind the peace deal, behind the border peace, and it's still every day is a challenge. But it's been driven personally by the president. It's the reason why we're involved in this whole Ukraine-Russia conflict. That's not our war. It's not the president's war. This war started. It never would have happened if you'd been president. But this war is going on, and the president is trying to end it.
I'm going to ask you to come clean with the American people and the White House as well. There's something wrong with Donald Trump's health or cognitive abilities. There's a reason he keeps going to the hospital and they keep giving him cognitive tests. We have not seen the president in 8 days. The American people deserve the truth. I yield back.
I don't even know how to respond to that, other than to tell you that it's absurd and ridiculous. And I can't believe we're in a Foreign Affairs Committee meeting in front of the House, an important time in American foreign policy.
Just keep lying, Secretary Rubio. Just keep lying.
Supposedly someone who thinks he's a medical expert when he's not. The truth of the matter is we had a cognitively impaired president in office a few years ago. That's a cognitively impaired president, but I don't like to talk about that because it weakens America. This president we have, this is a guy that literally doesn't sleep. He works day and night, long hours, every single day. I don't know if you haven't seen him in 8 days. I saw him yesterday. I didn't see him today, but yesterday because I was in Congress the day before. I talked to him at all hours of the day and night. He works inhumane hours. Okay, I've been on foreign trips with the president that he doesn't sleep in the whole flight. And everyone else is sleeping on the plane, and he's, you know, wandering the hallways looking for someone to wake up and talk to that people are. So I don't know what you're referring to, but he has an incredible amount of energy. I'm just telling you, you may not like his policies. You may not like his policies, you may not like the decisions he's made, but I assure you, this is not a president that sleeps or is cognitively impaired in any way, shape, or form, and in fact is incredibly active, much more so in many cases than much younger people that are around him. Those are facts. I see it every day. You're not going to agree because you have another narrative that you want to push, but those are the facts.
I just showed you 3 videos of him sleeping.
Amen.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.